What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. And most people out there think that if they want to get wealthy, be financially free, be financially secure, quit their 9-to-5 job, just be rich, and whatever their idea of being rich is, they are going to have a very large income, definitely over six figures, probably $1 to $500,000 a year. And especially if folks aren't making that type of money, a lot of people think that it would be completely impossible for them to ever amass an amount in one account that's over $500,000. Even with a small income, even well under $100,000, you can amass a chunk of money that is nearly $1 million with very little amount put in at any one time. The reason that this is because building wealth isn't necessarily so much about how much money you're making right now, or the next big raise, or some lump sum or inheritance that you want to get, or something like that. It all is about time and having money in markets, money in investments for an extended period of time. That's why people always say that time in the market beats timing the market, every single time. And today I'm going to show you how you can just take $5, crisp Abe Lincoln every day, put that into the markets, and end up with an amount that's just north of $800,000. So if you guys don't mind, hit that like button for me and we'll get right into it. Now guys, on this channel, we've talked about investing in index funds, extensively. We've talked about how I use them as my own savings account. We've talked about how I have used index funds to help me double my money. And I love index funds, low cost total market index funds, because you get a broad diversification across the entire US market. You're not exposed to any one stock, company, sector, bad news item, whatever. You get just a solid investment that has historically predictable returns. If you guys are investing in the total US market, and that would be every single stock in the US market, such as a VTSAX, a VTI, an FSKAX, an FZROK, or anything like that that invests in the entire US market, no matter who your financial company is, they're pretty much all the same for the most part. I happen to invest in VTSAX. You can count on a 10% annual return pretty much every year. And really, in the last 10, 15 years, the returns have been even higher than that. But historically, let's say 10% in growth in dividends. And then so if you take your $5, this is your $5 cup of coffee in the morning. This is, if you're a smoker, your pack of smokes every day. This could be the amount of money that you spend driving to and from work, depending on what size vehicle you drive. If your big truck or big SUV and you got a long commute, you might spend $5 a day just getting to work and back. And this is going to be the thing. It allows you to retire from your job, get you out of that 9-to-5. And if you take this every single day, 365 days a year, and you add that up, you get $1,825 a year. Now you can really put that in, for the most part, the math works out a little bit differently, but for the most part, you can put that out in any way that you want. If you wanted to just have automatic withdrawals every day of $5, about $150 a month, or just $1,825 at the end of every year, it doesn't really matter, as long as you put that into a total stock market account that returns about 10%, or any other investment that returns 10%, and you do that for 40 years, you will end up with an amount of about $888,000 just for $5 a day, for $1,825 a year. If you make $36,000 a year, that is only what, like 5% of your income that you're going to have to put into this investment account annually, in order for you to end up with nearly $1 million of value at the end of the road. That's the power of compounding interest. That's the power of just investing consistently. And if that takes too long, if you're like 40 years is too long. And the reason I chose that is because that's about a typical working career for most people. After they graduate high school, they go to college, then they get out of college and they get their career job around the age of 25, and then they end up working to 65 when they're eligible for Medicare, and they can leave their corporate or company or government sponsored healthcare behind and get onto Medicare. And a lot of folks are thinking about retirement there. So that's where I come up with the 40 years. But if you guys want to get there sooner, you can play around in a compound interest calculator app. I like to use the MoneyChimp website. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just one that I found to be really easy to use. And you can look and say, you know, if I want to do this in 20 years, if I want my 888,000 or 1 million or $500,000 or whatever it is that works for you, you can put those numbers in there and see what you're going to need to put in every single year in order to get to your goal on your time frame in however you want to do it. And now if you think that you have an investment that can make even more than 10%, obviously it's going to take less time to get to that $888,000 mark, which is $5 a month. But let me show you this. We looked at $5 a month. It's about $150 or $5 a day. It's about $150 a month. What if we double that? What if we go up to $300 a month, about $3,650 a year? Let's just type that in right now. $3,650, 40 years, 10% return. Let's hit calculate on that. That's almost $8 million of returns from investing just 2 of these guys every single day for 40 years. And now, even if you are wealthy, even if you are, or you're just doing well, you have a well-funded 401k, or you have a good pension that you have worked for, or you have real estate investments, or some sort of cash flowing investment, a business, whatever that will allow you to live a comfortable life. Would not $1.8 million in a separate account that has been growing for years and years be a huge bonus at the end of your life? You know, when you definitely want to stop working. You know, you may want to stop working at 42, and I got a plan to do that for me that I'm going to put out in another video so that you guys can get some inspiration if you don't have it right now. But even if you want to retire at 42, 45, 55, whatever your retirement age that you're looking at, past 65, most people probably are really going to be looking at not wanting to work a full-time job anymore. Maybe just want to do like passion projects, or maybe they just want to go to the beach, retire, and just, you know, drink Mai Tais or whatever people do when they're retired on the beach. That 1.8 or 888,000 or however much money that you would end up with at the end of your career would be a gigantic benefit for you to have, and you just have to put in such a little amount of money that it's almost silly not to, because basically, when you look at it from this point of view, nearly anybody can become wealthy with just a very small amount of money over a long period of time. And now, guys, if this has helped you, if you feel like you're like, you know, this blows your mind, or this is something that you can do, and I think everyone can do it. I think everyone can spare one of these every single day, because I see people do it all the time. I see people do, you know, 5, 10, 20 of these every day, almost mindlessly. I want you to share this video with someone who you think will benefit from it. Be it your friends, your family, put it on your Facebook page, whatever. Because if there's one thing that I would really love to see, is for more people to use just simple compounding interest, simple time in the market, in order for them to grow their wealth to the point of financial freedom, so that they can either quit their job or just start doing what it is that they want to do with their time, so they're not just trading all of their time for money. Real quick.
But wait, there's more.
Let's look at what $2.50 per day would get us for 40 years, just real quick. So we have $912.50 is all we're putting in, and this is just for I just thought about this while I was recording it. If you only put in $2.50 a day for 40 years at 10%, $444,000. Guys, be sure to give this video a like for me. That would really help it out in the YouTube algorithm. Be sure to share it with somebody that you love, that you know, that you want to help out, and you want to help them gain some financial freedom. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out on this channel. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.